Hello, guys. Welcome back to S3D, and here's another episode of Totality of Insanity. Now, again, this topic is getting more and more interesting. We debate a couple things about people restarting their collection, and apparently doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. But here's something that's also very, very insane. This is actually a different topic, but it's still going into the realm of insanity. So I think a lot of people have been doing this. A lot of people have been flexing their collections. I used to see this in the gun community. I also used to see this in the car community, or bros. Doesn't matter what you are, like tech bro, or collector or whatever, enthusiast. A lot of people like to show off their collection on the internet, and they think like the more card that they have, or the more guns they have, the more collectibles they have, the higher and their collectibles are. You know, uh, the more important they are in the community. Yeah, I think this myth has pretty much been busted. Especially if you are a high end collector. I think most people who are high end collector, we don't care about what kind of collection you have. There's plenty of YouTubers out there who are flexing their collection full of like 20,000, 30,000, maybe $50,000 worth of figures. It really doesn't matter. We see this kind of stuff all the time. And the funny thing is, when it comes to social media, the more poor the person is, the more money that they will spend on collectibles to show off on social media to make uh, people think that they're important. Literally, every social media influencer does this. And if you look at like all the luxury brands on social media, yeah, you can pretty much tell not only the poor people spend money on these ridiculous stuff. These things are designed to keep poor people poor. You know, constantly when it comes to collectibles, there are always these broke bros who are constantly talking about how broke they are. And then every once in a while, they'll show off like ridiculously expensive items or humongous collections. Especially when it comes to Hot Toys. This is like the most common thing. Everybody's in debt, everybody is broke, but they're showing off like the new figures, every new figures that's coming out. Like literally every time there's a new figure come out, they have it. And I'm pretty sure none of these people are sponsored by any other retailer. They're just racking up their credit card debt to buy these figures so that they can get like 20 to 50 views on YouTube. And yeah, that's part of the whole insanity process, like how people are not realizing, these luxury items are designed to make them poor. They're not really getting any use out of these figures, other than showing off on social media. That's it, because these figures, they're probably gonna like pose it once, then put it in the shelf, and that's it. Never use again. It's just there. Either I'm pretty sure they're losing value because high-end collectibles right now are in a very steep uh, decline right now. Like if you're buying like a $200 figure, you're losing $50 to $75 in value if you try to sell them. And I don't think there's ever going to be a point where the figures are going to appreciate in value because how mass produced even the high end stuff. Yeah, so just like luxury brands, like all these clothing, these high end clothing stuff, even cars, like the more expensive the cars, the steeper the depreciation. And guns too. When people are buying these like $3,000 AR rifles, when you can buy them for like $300 to $400, and they function exactly the same. Just because it's a brand name doesn't make it any better than the regular stuff. So yeah, this is definitely a trap. It's basically these things are meant to make poor people poor, and I think for us high-end collectors, the so-called the high-end collectors, aka, well, I'm gonna just come out and say that we should rebrand ourselves as broke bros. So yeah, this is definitely something that's really really insane. Should fall into the same category, and I think a lot of people realize this too. But they continue to do the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Like one day they're gonna gain the respect of like the collecting community or the social media community to think that they must be very very important. But yeah, it's not. You're not gonna get any sort of results for this. The results are always gonna be the same. You're just some random ass person, you know, racking up credit card debt and making yourself look like a hypocrite to the community by constantly showing off these high-end luxury goods when you have like either no source of income or you're just trying to keep up with the Joneses. This is why like I am no longer part of the high-end collecting community. I haven't bought a Hot Toys. I don't plan on ever buying a Hot Toys. I mostly want to do like customs, but people have been calling me up for the same thing. And you know what? I think it's fine. This is something that I agree that I'm doing. That's just like the broke bros. I should rename myself a broke bro as well. You know, it's like me talking about uh, money issues, and I'm continuing to showing out these customs that cost like at least over $100. I try to lower that dollar amount, but there's an incredible sense of hypocrisy there too. But you know what? It's fine. As long as sooner you realize about this problem. Maybe some people have never understood how these things work, and they're just in this cycle, this trap that allows them to keep doing the same thing. Expecting different results. But at the end of the day, consider how much people that are doing the exact same nonsense in this community, and how social media just basically push advocate people to do these ridiculous things, right? The sooner you can get out of this trap, the better off you are. It's not just you; it's everybody. You look at all the luxury uh, social media influencers, right? They're basically like scamming poor people so that they can continue to keep buying these luxury goods, these like $2,000, $3,000 handbags. And yeah, they're probably gonna use it once, never gonna use them again, or just to show it off at one event. And they're gonna try really hard to trying to get their money back by trying to resell it on Macari. And then the Macari people are gonna start making these ads about how they got this $2,000 Louis Vuitton bag for like 90% off retail. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.